So once again, a very good afternoon to all, and welcome all to today's session. And with me, Mr. Karan Pai is here. Like we'll be walking you through on the Bank Nifty weekly option expiry analysis, followed by the this chart that what is the support and resistance of the current week expiry, followed by the next week expiry. So right now in front of your screen, we have the Bank Nifty report that published by a research analyst, and which states that okay, how the Bank Nifty is performing, what is the support and resistance, and what will be your this strategy for the next week. Now, talking about the Bank Nifty, has seen a decrease in the OI of 10.25%, with a decrease in the price of 1.17%, indicating the long unwinding in the Bank Nifty. Now, currently, like today, today is the expiry. Now, this Bank Nifty is trading right now at 51,214. The open was 51,17 and high was 51,551. Now talking about the strategy that is for the this next week. So we'll share you this PDF on the live chat box so that you can download this PDF at your end. Now this is a strategy for the this next week, that is call spread strategy. That's a moderately bullish. Now strategy for the week of 30th October 2024 expiry, that is buy Bank Nifty 51,500 call at the range of 445 to 415 and sell it 52,000 call at 240 and 270. So the break even will be on the 51,675. The risk is minus 2,625, and the reward is for the one lot, that is 4,875. Now, if I talk about the call spread strategy, then in the call spread strategy, you buy also and simultaneously you sell also on the higher side. Now, the margin requirement for the call spread strategy, that will be between this 30 to 40,000. Your this strategy will work. So with this, I'll hand over the session to Mr. Karan Pai to take it further. Karan, all over to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rohit. So, welcome everyone. I'll just share my screen, and there have been some interesting developments. And ये अगर आप लोगों ने हमारे पिछले वेबिनार्स फॉलो करके, if you would have used your moving averages and candle patterns, अगर आपने analyze किया है, but I found it really interesting. So, can you guys confirm that you guys are able to see my screen? चार्ट आपको दिखाई दे रहा है निफ्टी का? Switching over to Bank Nifty.
Yes, Karan. Your screen is visible.
Sure. Thank you so much, Rohit. So I'm assuming my audio is also. You guys can hear me as well. So ये जो आप चार्ट देख रहे हो, this is Bank Nifty spot, and the time frame here is daily chart. So आप इस पे already थोड़े analysis build किए हुए आप देख सकते हो. I'll just delete this horizontal line from there. So सबसे पहले तो जो मूविंग एवरेजेस हम लोग यूज करें, दैट इज 5, 13 एंड 21. अभी मैंने मल्टीपल टाइम्स बोला है as to why 5, 13 and 21, and in this chart we are able to see how beautifully it works, and also why when I was explaining in the moving average webinar, मैंने बोला था कि the problem with exponential moving averages is that it is very nose heavy. मतलब it gives exceptional weight. I mean, it gives more weightage to the recent data. Correct. So उसका एक pitfall मैंने बोला था कि sometimes the prices, or majority of the times the prices, they tend to fluctuate here and there whenever the market is either consolidating or is not finding a strong trend. So starting off with, अगर मैं daily chart पर देखूँ तो after quite a bit of fall, that was मैं exactly आपको बोलता हूँ कि points का fall था वो. So अगर मैं high पकड़ूँ 26 सितंबर का, and if I look at the low जो 7th अक्टूबर का है, तकरीबन the fall there was a bit of an upward drift. And ये drift अगर आप देखोगे तो previous fall का ये 50% के आसपास से ही घूमा है. So that is quite interesting, and if you see when we had this drift, 21-day exponential moving average was acting as a 18th को हम लोगों ने एक positive close देखा था, which was above all the three moving averages when the index was up by about 1.6%, and the following day we had a very positive open, एंड जैसे ही it could not sustain above the 50% Fibonacci retracement level, and वहां से we saw a down move. And as of now, if you see, we are placed below all the three moving averages. जो 5, 13 and 21 है, उसके नीचे हम लोग अभी फिलहाल प्लेस्ड है. एंड आज के कैंडल को अगर आप ऑब्जर्व करो, सो दैट इज समथिंग इंटरेस्टिंग. सो वी हैड अ नेगेटिव ओपन एंड इट अटेम्प्टेड टू मूव हायर. अभी क्या इसमें से गेनर्स रहे, क्या लूजर्स रहे, दैट आई विल शो यू एज वी गेट इनटू द वेबिनार. बट देयर वाज सर्टेनली एन अटेम्प्ट टू मूव हायर, बट around the 5 period exponential average, now 5 day, because I'm looking at the 5 day chart, I mean the daily chart. So एक rejection आते हुए फिलहाल दिखाई दे रहा है. And it is kind of forming a tail. मतलब यहाँ पर दिख रहा है कि the bulls are probably not confident enough, or the bears are trying to get into the trade, or are trying to dominate the trend. So यहाँ पर अगर आप देखोगे तो अभी का जो कैंडल है, it is a very small bodied candle with a very large upper wick. सो एक थोड़ा डाइसीनस यहाँ पर दिखाई दे रहा है. एक थोड़ा डाइसीनस यहाँ पर आते हुए हम लोग को दिखाई दे रहा है. नाउ इफ यू सी द या सो यहाँ पर अभी अगर आप देखोगे, यहाँ पर अभी अगर आप देखोगे, सो ब्रॉडली because the prior trend was very strongly down, and the recent up move was basically just a drift upward. One could safely say that if it manages to breach below 50,900 या 51,000, which is also a round figure. And अगर आप चार्ट पर देखोगे, थोड़े multiple touch points भी है, because it's a round figure. It has acted as turning point multiple times. सो अगर उसके नीचे जाएगा तो बेरिशनेस जो है, जो ये जो पूरे ट्रेंड में हम लोगों ने बेरिशनेस देखा था, तो हो सकता है वो कंटिन्यू हो. सो नाउ दैट वी हैव एस्टैब्लिश्ड दैट 51,000 इज द क्रूशियल लेवल टू वॉच फॉर. नाउ बेयर इन माइंड, दिस इज द स्पॉट. आपका जो भी प्रीमियम या डिस्काउंट, जो भी डिफरेंस चल रहा है फ्यूचर्स के साथ, दैट यू हैव टू एडजस्ट. एंड 51,000 सीम्स टू बी मेक और ब्रेक लेवल फॉर द इंडेक्स एज ऑफ नाउ. अभी फिलहाल जो है 51,195 चल रहा है. सो अनदर 200 पॉइंट्स अप्रोक्सीमेटली डाउन फ्रॉम हियर सीम्स टू बी अ बिट ऑफ क्रूशियल लेवल. वहीं पर अगर ऊपर की तरफ, आई मीन इफ आई स्टार्ट लुकिंग एट द रेजिस्टेंसेस, ऊपर की तरफ अगर मैं देखूं, तो आज का जो सेशन हाई है, दैट इज अराउंड 51,600, वो थोड़ा क्रूशियल होगा. Okay, so broader time frame पे we have determined what the supports and resistances could be. So we'll just move on to the intraday charts. Okay, one more thing. यहाँ पर अगर मैं RSI देखूं, तो one can safely say that there is a new regime here. Regime as in एक RSI being an oscillator, it has a tendency to oscillate between two levels, correct? So यहाँ पर अगर आप देखोगे, recent drop जो हुआ था इंडेक्स में, जो 7 अक्टूबर का जो लो था, अगर मैं उसके साथ corresponding RSI वैल्यू देखूं, that was around 34. वहां से throughout the upward drift, the RSI barely moved above 50. So broadly, somewhere in between 34, 50, I mean 30 to 50 is what we could see the RSI range to be. And अभी अगर आप देखोगे तो it is again moving lower. Now another reason why another interesting observation in the RSI is that अगर आप देखोगे down move में there has been a good momentum build up. Bearish momentum build up, right? अगर आप RSI नहीं भी देखो, just look at the candle sizes. They were every time the bears were in control, they stayed there till the closing day. And there have been instances जहाँ पे वो जो bearish momentum है next day भी continue हुआ है with negative gaps. So bearish momentum, it is there. And even if you look at this upward drift, okay, the size of the bearish candles in certain scenarios are actually way bigger when you compare it to the green candles. Now दैट इज अनदर ऑब्जर्वेशन कि ये अपमूव जो है उसमें स्ट्रेंथ आते हुए पॉसिबली डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है एट दिस पॉइंट. We'll move on to the intraday charts now. We'll see what the smaller time frame charts are telling at this point of time. So यहाँ पर अगर आप देखो, so there I think I can see a trend line here. Just a minute. Okay. So can you guys tell me if this is a correct trend line? Now that we know about trend lines, is this a correct trend line? If it is right, then why? If it is wrong, then why? ठीक है, सो मैं आपको एक बोल देता हूँ कि theoretically trend lines are drawn, using upward sloping trend lines are drawn by connecting the lows, correct? But if you observe, मैंने सारे criteria यहाँ पे fulfill किए हैं. There are 3 touch points and lows join करके ही किया है. But then if you see the white space in this area is a bit too much. Correct. So यहाँ पर theoretically you cannot call this a valid trend line because white spaces here in this region are a bit too much. भले ही you can confirm your bias telling that this is a trend line that is broken, but theoretically that is a wrong trend line. So that is why you could have something like this. यहाँ पर if you see it's fairly evenly spaced. यहाँ पर 4 touch points है and it's fairly spaced and then there was a bounce from here and today आज के और कल के जो सेशन में वो जो ट्रेंड लाइन है थोड़े डाउन साइड में ब्रेक होते हुए हम लोग को दिख फ्रेम. सो व्हेनेवर अ ट्रेंड लाइन इज ब्रोकन द ट्रेंड एक्ट्स एज अ रेजिस्टेंस व्हेनेवर इट इज ब्रोकन ऑन द डाउन साइड. सो ये लेवल जो है दैट इज तकरीबन 51,400 का जो लेवल है वो थोड़ा रेजिस्टेंस बनते हुए दिखाई देगा फॉलोड बाय एंड अगर उसके ऊपर जाए तो देन देयर इज 600 and on the downside as we saw on 1000 is a make or break level for the index, and by chance if it breaches below that 50,900 then direct 50,194 50,200 is what we are able to see. So अगर 51,000 टूटेगा जो राउंड फिगर है तो हो सकता है कि bearishness थोड़ा intensify हो जाए at this point. Now that we यहाँ तक किसी को कुछ query है, कुछ doubt है, so please put it in the chat box. We are more than happy to clear out the queries for you. And as you guys are putting in the chat box, we'll literally wait for 2 minutes. And as you guys wait for that, I mean, as you guys are typing in your queries, what I'll do is I'll go to the NSE website and look at what the open interest data is telling me. So I'll just go on to Bank Nifty.
Karan, we are having the query that is from our YouTube channel that about what about the Karur Vyasya Bank. So this session is more focused on the index expiry that's on the Bank Nifty. So request you to we can be in the Bank Nifty only instead of moving to the stocks. Yeah, so Karan, all over to you.
Yeah. So thank you Rohit. So stock specific यहाँ पर लेना थोड़ा difficult हो जाएगा. There is time constraint and there are a few more other problems. I mean, बहुत ज़्यादा queries आ गए तो then we'll deviate from the topic. So we'll not touch on stock specific. So what I'll do is I'll look at the open interest data and today is the expiry. So 23rd of October का option chain is what we would be interested in. So as we scroll down, like always, right hand side is the calls, left hand side is the puts. And just one request, अगर आपको यहाँ पर देखने में थोड़ी तकलीफ हो रही है, then I would request you to zoom into the YouTube video and see if you can get a better view, or else you could do this with us and go on to the NSE website and look for concentration. Now ATM के आसपास के levels जो हैं वहाँ पर आपको definitely concentration थोड़ा ज़्यादा दिखाई देगा. Be it OI change और open interest build up, वहाँ पर आपको concentration थोड़ा ज़्यादा दिखाई देगा. Then ATM के थोड़े आगे वाले and when it comes to calls, जैसे for example यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हो 51,200, 51,300 के आसपास जो है build up, I mean the concentration is really high because that is practically the ATM at this point when it comes to Bank Nifty. अगर मैं थोड़ा दूर जाऊं then I see OI concentration of around 5,86,000, around 51,500 option call option. So 51,500 का जो लेवल है वो थोड़ा क्रूशल लग रहा है as we for the resistance. And अगर उसके नीचे अगर आप जाओ तो 52,000, obviously that is a bit far-fetched at this point of time, but 51,500, 51,600, that is where the market seems to be looking for resistances. Put side में अगर मैं देखूं then massive build up is seen around 51,000. That's no surprise. वो जो big figure था, round figure था, वहाँ पर OI accumulation है थोड़ा when it comes to puts. मतलब supports के लिए you could expect 51,000 to act as a crucial support. And अगर उसके नीचे जाए तो ऐसे कुछ strong build up नहीं है, but अगर आप 50,900, 50,800 में देखोगे there is a cumulative OI of approximately 4,30,000 के आसपास का OI accumulation है. Now अगर highest change point of view से भी देखोगे तो there is massive addition in the 51,000 put. So broadly, 51,000 on the downside, 51,500, 51,600 on the upside is where we could be looking. I mean, where the broader range of the market could be. I mean, when I'm talking about market, I'm talking about the Bank Nifty. So broader. It's 12:22. We'll start off with what are the stocks that are performing, what are the stocks that have pulled the Bank Nifty lower. Okay, so looks like we don't have any query now. ये जो आप पेज देख रहे हो, so this is basically NSE website, and यहाँ पर जाकर if you just give me a second as the website loads. Yeah, so onto the left hand side corner आपको एक टैब दिखाई देगा view all indices. Just click on view all indices, and दिखाई देगा view all indices. Just click on view all indices, and जितने भी sectoral indices है, thematic indices है, वो सब आपके सामने आ जाएंगे. You can download this file in CSV and then sort it. But we do have an internal software, so मैं आपको वहाँ पर दिखाऊंगा what are the sectors that are leading, what are the sectors that are dragging. So at the moment, seven of the, these are the 12 sectors that we think move the market. So of the 12 sectoral indices, seven are the only gainers, which was basically one. Majority of the sectoral indices were gaining a while back, but थोड़ा negativity बढ़ते हुए दिखाई दे रहा है when it comes to the broader markets. But अगर आप देखोगे आज के दिन में top performer has been Nifty IT and metals. So that is something that is something that seems to be supporting the index broadly, and yeah, that is something that needs to be looked at. And if you look at the underperforming sectors, so banking में हम लोग को थोड़ा गिरावट दिखाई दे रही है. Just give me a second. या बैंकिंग में जो है हम लोग को थोड़ी गिरावट यहाँ पर एट दिस पॉइंट दिखाई दे रही है. एंड वहीं पर अगर आप देखोगे एनर्जी, फार्मा, रियल एस्टेट, उसमें भी दे आर उतने ज़्यादा नेगेटिव नहीं है, बट दे आर एंटरिंग द नेगेटिव टेरिटरी. अगर स्टॉक स्पेसिफिक की बात करें, सो अगेन विल गो बैक टू एनएसई डेटा. क्लिक ऑन द एनएसई वेबसाइट पर जाकर मार्केट डेटा टैब के अंदर अगर आप इक्विटी एंड एसएमई मार्केट में जाओगे, यू विल गेट अ लिस्ट ऑफ ऑल द स्टॉक्स. you'll get a list of all the stocks. यहाँ से आप जो भी सेक्टरल इंडेक्सेस हैं आपके, वो आप चेक कर सकते हो. निफ्टी में at the moment advanced decline अगर आप देखोगे, the declines have actually quite increased quite a bit. Earlier the last when I checked it was 27 stocks that were advancing, but अगर आप देखोगे now it is 23 advancing, 26 declining. Among the leaders at this point, Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Finserv, Techem, Bajaj Auto, they seem to be leading at this point. And वहीं पे अगर मैं देखूं निफ्टी को कौन से स्टॉक्स खींच रहे हैं, so something like NTPC, ICICI Bank, Adani Ports, they seem to be pulling lower. So अभी हम लोग just देखेंगे कि बैंक निफ्टी में what are the leaders, what are the laggards. So leaders की अगर मैं बात करूं, I can sort them based on the percentage change. So something like IDFC First Bank, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, they seem to be the laggards today. IDFC First Bank अगर आप देखोगे तकरीबन 2.7% नेगेटिव है, बट वहीं पर समथिंग लाइक PNB, HDFC, दे सीम टू बी द वंस दैट आर कीपिंग इट, जो कैंडल है वो ही होप दे सकता है कि वो ग्रीन में शायद क्लोज हो जाए एट दिस पॉइंट एज ऑफ 12:25. सो दैट्स इट फ्रॉम आवर साइड. इससे आगे यहाँ पर आपको कुछ क्वेरी है, कुछ पूछना है अदर देन स्टॉक्स, प्लीज फील फ्री.
So Karan, if you can just compare the chart of the Bank Nifty and the Nifty 50 and showcasing like what can be the intraday levels for the day for the Bank Nifty and for the Nifty 50, because Nifty 50 का expiry जैसे कि कल है, so what can be the levels that one can look out for the Bank Nifty and the Nifty 50?
I'm glad you asked that, Rohit. So अगर आप देखोगे निफ्टी में भी we have had a similar pattern now. Yeah, निफ्टी अगर आप देखोगे टुडे दिस मॉर्निंग फॉलोइंग द गिफ्ट निफ्टी क्यूज, गिफ्ट निफ्टी में थोड़ा एक नेगेटिव ओपन रहा है. अभी कितना रहा है, सो इफ यू जस्ट चेक इट इज तकरीबन 94 पॉइंट्स. निफ्टी जो है वो थोड़ा नेगेटिव ओपन हुआ था, बट देन एज वी वेंट as we went deeper in the trading day, वो जो losses थे वो recover हुए, and the index attempted to move higher, and it successfully did. At a point it was around more than 200 points higher from the session low. अगर आप देखोगे तकरीबन 226 पॉइंट्स हायर था, एंड इट टेस्टेड अ हाई ऑफ अराउंड 24,604 from bouncing off from the low of 24,378. So that was quite a bit of an up move. But at the moment, as we get closer to the European markets opening, यहाँ पर थोड़ी नेगेटिविटी, एग्जैक्टली नेगेटिविटी नहीं बोल सकते, बट जो सुबह के गेन्स थे वो थोड़े ईज आउट होते हुए हम लोग को दिखाई दे रहे हैं. एट द मोमेंट अगर आप देखोगे from the session low, we seem to be trading just what is it, 150 points higher. So कुछ देर पहले when we were looking, it was around 200 points higher. So a bit of easing in the profits is what we are able to, easing in the gains in the index is what we are able to see. अभी इसमें द इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग दैट आई वाज पॉइंटिंग आउट रोहित इज कि कल का सेशन जो था वो काफी नेगेटिव था. एंड अगर आप देखोगे, आई थिंक पिछले 2-3 वीक्स में कल का जो फॉल था दैट वाज वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट. सो वी हैड अ फॉल ऑफ अराउंड 309 पॉइंट्स, which was probably the biggest since 3rd of October, I guess. इतना बड़ा, या 3rd of October के दिन में पहली बार दिखाई दिया था. And the major thing is, I have mentioned this earlier, so if you move on to a line chart, it clears out the noise. And कल का अगर आप close देखोगे, it has actually managed to breach a bit of crucial level that was actually formed by the price action a few sessions back. I'll just go on to the candles and show it to you. So तकरीबन 24,600 के पास जो था इंडेक्स में थोड़ा सपोर्ट दिख रहा था, बट yesterday that level was taken out, and वो काफी नेगेटिव सेंटिमेंट क्रिएट करेगा. सो आने वाले सेशन में 24,600 24,700 का जो लेवल है दैट विल बी अ मेक और ब्रेक लेवल फॉर द इंडेक्स. अगर उसके ऊपर वो सस्टेन कर रहा है, देन द 21 डे एक्सपोनेंशियल मूविंग एवरेज व्हिच एट द मोमेंट इज ट्रेडिंग अराउंड 25,000, बट उसके पहले भी अगर आप देखोगे मल्टीपल टच पॉइंट लेवल्स आ रहे हैं अराउंड 24,900. एंड सपोर्ट के लिए अगर मैं बोलूं कि आज के दिन का जो लो था दैट वाज 24,378. लेट अस राउंड इट ऑफ टू 24,350 फॉर द ईज ऑफ कन्वर्सेशन. यहाँ पर अगर आप देखोगे प्रीवियसली अराउंड दिस कंसोलिडेशन, मतलब दैट वाज बिटवीन 6th of August एंड 16th of August के बीच में जो कंसोलिडेशन था, वहां पर मल्टीपल टच पॉइंट्स बने हैं. एंड इवन बिफोर दैट, दो देयर हैव बीन माइल्ड ब्रीचेस हियर एंड देयर, क्लोजिंग बेसिस पे वो लेवल थोड़ा क्रूशियल रहा है. So I think for आने वाले सेशंस में on the upside somewhere around 24,600 24,700 के आसपास थोड़ा रेजिस्टेंस आएगा, and on the downside today's low that is around 24,350 24,300 that becomes a bit important. And the next levels that we need to watch for, I can draw a Fibonacci retracement of the entire move that started from 5th of August all the way to 27th September, and at the moment we are placed at around 76%. So जो next level आएगा that will be around 24,000 23,900. Now that is the worst case scenario. एकदम ही अगर things go bad, एकदम ही foreign money का pull out आ रहा है तो, but other than that 24,300 is the level that I'll be watching for. And one thing that I would like to re-emphasize here is rather than proacting to levels breaching, levels being captured, that could be a bit more helpful. So rather than looking at the next probable support level, I would be waiting to see what the index does around 24,300 24,400. So निफ्टी पे ब्रॉडली ये व्यू हम लोग को दिखाई दे रहा है.
So Nifty ने बहुत पहले, like when we were taking this session in the month of I think first week of October, then Nifty was touching the all-time high on that time, and we saw in the live session that is Nifty touched the all-time high. So these are the analysis what our research analysts do, that is and basis on that they predict the movements of the market. So if you want to understand about this analysis, that how the technicals works, how the Fibonacci retracements works, or how you have to follow the trends, so we have done the multiple sessions on this. You can go into our YouTube channel and you can watch on the videos section, there are the number of playlists are listed there, that how the futures works, what is options, what is call, what is put. So if you are new to the market, then you can go through the videos from there. And if you want to understand about the trends, then we have already done the session on the technical analysis, and the we'll be having the next session on technical analysis, that will be on the next week. So request you to please like and subscribe the channel so that you can get the notification for this.
या सो रोहित, बेस्ड ऑन निफ्टी प्राइस एक्शन ना, यहाँ पर आपको दिख रहा है कि कैसे सिंपल चीजें आपको हेल्प कर सकती है टू एनालाइज द मार्केट. सो इफ यू सी ऑन द चार्ट, देर आर 3 एक्सपोनेंशियल मूविंग एवरेजेस एंड जस्ट एन आरएसआई. एंड उसके बेसिस पे यू कैन टेल यू नो वेयर द प्रोबेबल सपोर्ट्स कुड बी और द रेजिस्टेंसेस कुड बी. अभी फिलहाल तो रेजिस्टेंसेस बिकॉज इट इज बिलो द crucial moving averages. Simple trend lines, simple simple nahi, exponential moving averages, RSI, these are all simple and very commonly used tools. So आपको ज़्यादा complicate करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है आपके analysis को. You can use simple tools, you can just do simple chart reading and get the
people have suggested that I mean do the session on the option Greeks. So we have done the session on the option Greeks. So if you are looking for any other concept or any other things in the market, then you can drop in the this comment box, and we'll be happy to take it further. So with this, I like to end our session here. It's already like the 12:30. So thank you so much, Karan, for giving such a great insight, and thank you all, I mean, for attending this today's session. Thank you so much.
thank you for joining, guys.